Good evening, everyone. Today is Friday. Just a moment, someone. Just bear with me. Today is Friday, November 5. The reason why I'm live at the moment because I have to give the answer to the buyer that asked question. What is Lbma? And that she was asking, Madam, why the price is Lbma? I think this lady is she just want to know, and she just want, she's inquisitive to know what is the meaning of Lbma. Lbma is an organization of all the refinery based in London. We are the one refining the gold into gold bullion. So when the gold has been refined from their association's refinery, the price is Lbma, London market price. Now I know there's so many buyers are looking for supply. Just a moment. I'm just someone is disturbing me. It's okay, because when someone ask me and call me, meaning to say the person is very important. Just bear with me. I'm online. You can call me. Okay, sorry for interruption. Now, most of the traders are buying gold. Okay? Gold is an asset. You must remember. Just like a house is your asset. Just like a car, when you buy a car, it's an asset. Anything you buy, it's your property. Gold is an asset. Gold is a solid cash. Gold has many uses. You're buying gold in order to make into different uses. You buy gold in order to smelt into $1, $2. That is money, right? So solid cash versus paper money, that is commodity, right? So that is the reason why I'm here live, so that I could give you the answer. Now, buying and selling this precious item, this is very important to all traders. You must remember that when you buy this precious item, especially commodities, it is cash business, and you need to have a capital. You cannot just ask a stranger to buy this precious item, which is precious mineral, for LC, is BLC, standard letter of credit, CIF, cost, insurance, and freight only, and you're asking letter of credit and standard letter of credit or block fund or MT99, it wouldn't work, meaning to say you don't have the cash. You are trying to leverage, you are dreaming to get this gold in order for you to get the profit. You will get the profit when you have a capital. You cannot just dream to go to Africa to ask the seller to give you their gold, cost, insurance, and freight. It wouldn't work at all. No one is giving you for free. Gold is cash. Gold is money. Don't you know, when the seller mined the gold, it costs money. When the seller apply mining license, it costs $75,000 just to get the license, the mining license, and export license, and business registration. Plus, the miner will hire excavator. Plus, they have to hire the worker in order to dig the soil, because there is gold on that soil. Right, and you, as an international buyer, your eyes is bigger than a dollar. Your eyes is bigger than a profit. You will not get the profit if you don't have a capital. I'm telling you. Yes. Yes, Africa is 98% of gold coming from different part of Africa. Diamond, 50%. But you wouldn't get the diamond to buy one stone only. You need to travel in order to inspect what you order. Right. So this is, who is this gentleman? Make a comment. Just a moment. Okay. Someone is giving a comment. Hi, Donald. Good evening, Donald. Donald Casiti. Donald is from South Africa. I think he is, Donald, where are you? Where are you right now? Are you in South Africa or where? Donald is an accountant. And he was been following me. Thank you, Donald. And even Joycey was asking me, Wilhelmina, I have been saying you for ages. I'm only on Skype. I'm always on WhatsApp and bottom, because most of the buyer, when the buyer see my YouTube channel, immediately they will come to have a conference with Wilhelmina. Going back to this metal. Good, Donald, that you are live with me. This precious metal is very, very crucial to a trader. A trader needs the supply. Now, yesterday and this morning, today we are now here in Australia, we are now 6 o'clock. Donald, what time is it in South Africa right now? Right. I think it's midday, because we have a time difference. Now, I have to give you a very good answer to your question, whoever you are, whether you are a buyer's mandate or a trader. A buyer's mandate have no idea. They have no idea and running around, because we are on the global village. This is my virtual office. I'm based in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. The seller hired Wilhelmina to handle, to receive the order, and to interview you, Mr. Buyer, and to interview any broker. That is the reason why I rejected hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of buyer's mandate. Why? Buyer's mandate, they're scared to reveal who is their buyer. They cut and paste. I'm not interested to deal with brokers cut and paste. I'm not. I am only interested to talk to the buyer. This is my online store. I put the full corporate offer and the pictures of the gold from Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. So you look at on this page, whether you want to buy gold in Mali, Mali has a tons of gold. Whether you go to Conakry, or whether you go to Sierra Leone. Now, you have to listen to this video. Now, this video would be on my YouTube channel. Subscribe and click. And there's a saying, show more. When you click on show more, the full corporate offer would be on this video. And there is a link. Click on that link. You will be redirected to my Facebook. Right. The full corporate offer is very, very extensive. Very. Now, going back to the conference I have this morning, the gentlemen and ladies ask, Madam, what is the price? And I told this two person, well, we are already online, and you should know what is the price of the gold market. Now, to those buyers that have no idea on how to search the price of gold on the world market, please, if you have an internet, or you have a mobile phone or your laptop, you just click gold price. Easily you will get the price, and easily you will know how much is the price on the world market today. The price of gold is not fixed. It's not fixed. The price of gold changes every day. Okay, change every day. Just a moment. Okay, just a moment. I'm gonna give this gentleman a call. She been calling me and I ignore. Okay, the price of gold today is 1796.20 per ounce. So, madam, what is per ounce? You multiply that 32.15 equals 57,747.97, the value of 1 bar. Okay, that is the price today. So tomorrow the price of gold is different. This is the price of the day, which is 57,747.97. Our selling price is Lbma. As I've said a few minutes ago, Lbma is the world market. The associations of the oil refineries based in London, they are in control of the price. So we are basing on the world market demand. Now this is refined. This is 57,747.97 already refined, called gold bullion. Right, 99.99. So there is no discount. So if you walk into the refinery in London, right, or you walk into Dubai refinery, or you walk into a Mint refinery in Western Australia, because we have gold in Australia, but you are not be able to meet the criteria. Why? The Mint refinery will say, did you bring your checkbook? They would not entertain you at all if you are just a time waster. The Mint refinery is very, very strict. They will interview you whether you are a buyer or not. They will interview you what is your background, because you are buying money to make money. This is an asset. Now, most of you are floating around on WhatsApp, Skype, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Botim, or Telegram, or whatsoever. I understand that you guys are searching for supply. Yes, I do understand. But when you search for supply, the only person who show her face is Wilhelmina. There was an American lady called me that she has a buyer, 2 buyers, from one in America, one in London, in Dubai. And her background, she said that she is a political activist. And I told her, why are you involved in gold business? And she said that her business in United States is not good at the moment because of pandemic. So I was listening to her conversation that she has a buyer inquiring to buy gold, and when she was searching on Google's, I am the only person that put everything online, and she saw my video. She was enjoying watching my video. So I told her, you have been enjoying, did you really read? Or did you click on show more? The full corporate offer is on every video, even on this video. And she said, no, I didn't read it. So I entertained her. So she added me on WhatsApp. So I interviewed her. I was listening to her questions, and when I analyzed, she just new in this industry. And I told her that I am not here to teach everyone. I am here to sell. I am here to receive the order of the buyer that needs the supply. So I told this lady that you have to go back to your buyer. Your buyer has to send you a formal letter of intent, not cut and paste. Because I would not entertain cut and paste. I want to see the letter of intent to purchase coming from the buyer because I want to validate. So the buyer has to state, "There so and so, attention to Wilhelmina, I am searching gold 23 carats or 23 carats, 94 purity or 97 purity. I am going to make jewelry, or I'm going to refine it into 99.99. So you have to state that on your letter of intent. So the mode of payment, FOB, not CIF, cost, insurance, and freight. No. I will reject your LOI. I will throw that on the wheelie bin because I'm already explaining in front of you that when you buy gold, it's FOB, bank to bank, because of gold laundering. So you read on the full corporate offer, you come to Wilhelmina, so you have to identify yourself. Do not say hi because my name is not hi. I always tell every video, please introduce yourself properly because I am very, very strict. Very. Don't hide yourself. You have to show it, and when I request you to open your camera, please be decent. You are a billionaire. You are multi-millionaire. You're buying $1 million here. You're not buying avocado here. You're not buying banana here. You're not even buying bread. Even bread, there is a value. Even avocado, there is a value. Even mango, there is a value. Buying gold, there is also a value. So you need to introduce yourself. Okay? So Mr. Buyer, this is for you. You are using your broker and your broker have no idea. So if you are using your broker, Mr. Buyer, you have to pay her services or his services. That is normal. So that is the reason why I put everything online. People come to Wilhelmina. Well, guys, I'm the only person who show my face. I am the extension of the seller, but my services is not for free either. I've given you what $1 million worth of information. It's up to you to read. It's up to you to digest it. So my video is very critical to your business. Very critical. You cannot get the gold in Africa asking CIF, asking cheap price, asking LC, meaning to say you don't have the money, meaning to say you are dreaming to bring that to Dubai. Most of the buyer want to bring gold in Dubai because Dubai is a hub. Yes, Dubai is a gold lover. Yes, gold from Dubai coming from Africa. Yes, they brought to Dubai because the importation tax is just very minimal compared to export tax. Now, in every gold bar, there is a valued added tax. So you cannot just say, oh, I'm going to buy gold to pay taxes, then you are going to fail. Why are you going to pay taxes? You have not paid the gold. So you have to place your order. You pay the gold plus valued added tax, plus shipping cost, plus insurance. So you cannot just say, I want to buy gold, I'm going to pay taxes. Why are you going to pay taxes? You have not paid the gold. Yeah? I bought this mobile phone, my 2 mobile phone, yeah, at Vodafone. When I walk into the store, plus 10% GST, I don't have any complaint. And you are going to buy gold and you're gonna say, I don't want to pay taxes, bring the gold to Dubai. To me, you're a criminal. To me, you're a thieves. Yes. You are not a buyer. You are going to leverage. You are going to launder. That is a very dangerous scenario. Very dangerous. Either the buyer is the loser or the seller. I have an issue 5 months ago. The buyer is real, right? And his gold was been confiscated. Yes. And my seller in Conakry, he was very careless. Mineral Consulting Group of Company and AURUM, very careless, did not prepare the export documentation properly. Today we are in pandemic. When you buy gold, the seller has to give the certificate of COVID-19 because gold is a rock. You never know, there is a virus on the rock. You never know. So that is the reason I wasn't aware that the gold, when you bring it to any country, it needs COVID-19. I wasn't aware because I was being told until I discovered it, until I was very inquisitive, until I questioned Mineral Consulting Group of Company. AURUM, I terminated my agreement with AURUM last week. I released the video that the buyer lost the money. I told Abdul to replace the gold, but Abdul did not replace the gold. I don't know why. He has plenty of gold. So if you are an old customer of Mineral Consulting, please don't continue dealing with Mineral Consulting Group of Company. I'm telling you, I was on the ground, and if I'm not around on the ground, yes, you will fail. I'm telling you. When I brought the buyer to Conakry and in Ghana, right, and even in Sierra Leone, sellers are really devious. It doesn't matter if he is my seller. It doesn't matter. So rely on Wilhelmina. Come with Wilhelmina. Place your order. Do not travel without Wilhelmina. It doesn't matter if he is my seller. It doesn't matter. So you are lucky to meet this lady, very strict and very tough. I don't give a shit whether he is my buyer or whether he is my seller. You, Mr. Buyer, you have to follow the regulations of the government. Now, when you buy gold in Mali, Mali has changed the policy. Mali has tons of gold. You can get the tons of gold provided you have to show that you have money. You have to show the proof of fund, that you have available fund in your bank account, the value of your order. Let's say 10 kilos. You have to show it, your bank statement, that you have the money. Without that, don't bother to travel. You're gonna fail. I'm telling you. And when you come to Wilhelmina, you already read the full corporate offer in front of you. I will require you a copy of your business registration. I am going to request from you your passport copy. I am going to ask from you your importation license, your proof of fund bank statement. Don't be scared. Your bank statement will only stay with Wilhelmina and my seller in order for you to convince that you are really a buyer. There are two kinds of buyer buying gold and diamond: sophisticated buyer and unsophisticated. An unsophisticated buyer, they are time waster, they are smuggler, they want to ask CIF, LC, they are smuggler, they are leveraging this precious mineral. So therefore they don't have the cash, they have a deficiency of cash flow. It's true. Now, sophisticated buyer, they have to follow the golden rules, right? My buyer from Korea, he was sophisticated, but the problem, the seller. You're gonna ask, what happened, Mrs. Ford, about the buyer in Korea? That is a very good question. The buyer from Korea, he traveled to Conakry because I cannot travel because of the pandemic. International flight is closed at the moment in Australia. So he traveled, but I monitor his movement, and I told him, do not travel without Wilhelmina because you're gonna encounter any issue. But he said, don't worry, madam, I can manage it. So he said he can manage. So I monitor his movement. In the beginning, he was happy. The carelessness, it costs you money. Stupidity, it costs you money. Don't rely on blah blah blah. Do not rely on don't worry, because I don't believe on don't worry. I always tell my seller, I don't want to buy don't worry. I want you to confirm, are you sure that there would be no issue? Yes? And most Africans say, oh madam, don't worry. I don't believe that. I don't believe on don't worry, because there would be a worry. Why? The seller is trying to cut corner, and the seller would not tell you what necessary requirement. That is why I put everything in here. The necessary requirement that you, when you're gonna buy gold in Mali, Conakry, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Burkina Faso, anywhere in Africa, you need to assay the gold. You have to pay the gold so that the receipt of cash flow will be shown to the government that the seller is going to export to you, that you have paid the gold. You have to pay in full. Yes, this is not for credit. Then your payment would be cleared 3 working days. So you're gonna stay in Mali or in Ghana or in Conakry or in Sierra Leone 9 working days. To clear your payment bank to bank from your bank account to the seller's bank account, 3 working days. So when your payment would be cleared 3 working days, that is the time the seller will process export documentation, assay report, custom clearance, receipt of cash flow that you transfer the payment, commercial invoice. The gold is free of illegal activities. The gold is free of a COVID-19 certificate. Just recently, every country needs the certificate of COVID-19. I wasn't aware until then that buyer in Korea, John Lim, encountered disaster. Yes, I was not even told, but I myself done my research so that I could share it with you guys. So you're lucky to meet this lady in front of you. You need to insure the gold. Now, the airway bill is the most important. Custom clearance is most important. Without custom clearance, your gold will be seized in the airport where the gold coming from. So do not travel if you don't have a capital. Do not. We don't sell 1 kilo, 2 kilos, minimum of 10 kilos. Now you're gonna see, madam, the price is 57 on the world market, 747.97 Lbma. Yes. Now you're watching me, Mr. Buyer or Mr. Broker. Get your calculator. The price is Lbma. 57 is already refined. There's a hallmark called gold volume 99.99. You are buying unrefined, right? Just a moment. Who is this? Hi, good evening, Mr. Miami buyer. Yes, I'm live at the moment.
Okay.
What you gonna ask? I'm live at the moment on Facebook. Go ahead.
Madam.
Yes.
Did you explain?
Yes, I did. I'm explaining on my live video. So what is your question? I explained about the gold to buy in Africa, that the buyer has to pay for it. So what is your question?
And also, not only the buyer has to pay for it, if you have sufficient amount of funds, this is not necessary that you will have a successful transaction.
Okay.
You must go with Wilhelmina.
Yes, it's true. Correct. Correct.
And even
So you're breaking up. Okay, go ahead.
even a real seller can be a scammer.
Yes, can be. If you're not very careful, yes, can be.
A real seller can be a scammer.
Scammer means deceive. Yes, it could be. It could be.
But you have to follow the golden rules.
Exactly correct. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Correct. So I'm middle of explanation about the price of gold today. You've been asking few hours ago that how much is the price today. I don't know. You look at on world market, the price fluctuate ups and down. At the moment is 1796.20 per ounce, which is 747.97 per kilo. You got me? Then we give the buyer a discount in order for him to get the profit. We give the buyer 8%, but if you walk into the office, my seller will offer you 5%.
Correct.
But if you want to buy gold bullion, there is no discount. You're lucky you get 1.5% discount.
Correct.
So you are in Dubai right now. How much is the gold gold in Dubai?
Premium.
High premium. What kind of premium?
There is a London market, but then there is a Dubai market. Approximately, Dubai market is $5,000 above London market.
Less 5%, right? Well, you buy from us, I can give you 8%, maximum of 10%. So when you resell it, you get the profit. But if you deal with chain of joker broker, the buyer have no profit because we don't pay double commission at all.
Correct.
We don't. We decided to remove all the agent because most of the agent come to Wilhelmina, right? And Wilhelmina put all the procedure. It's up for the buyer to read it. Then when the buyer is ready, he has to come for conference with Wilhelmina with his order. You got me?
Yes.
I meet you already in Dubai, but I will meet you again because I would be traveling once international flight will be open. I only travel when the buyer can afford to pay my extra service.
Correct.
I am traveling to Abu Dhabi to meet the buyer. Yes, my buyer is paying my travel because he's going to get all the gold in Africa, and he knows me for 1 year, and he doesn't trust all the offer. So we have a live video call, and he said to me, I want you to come to my office and we will discuss it in the office and we will travel together, expenses paid. That is a good buyer.
Good buyer.
That is how the buyer really needs the supply. But those buyers mandate cut and paste asking how much is my commission, I'm not interested anymore.
Correct.
Too messy to deal the chain of middlemen. Too messy. Too much. Anyway, nice talking to you because I'm live at the moment. So good that you ask question, then I can answer through live. Alright? And we will meet you again in Dubai.
Lovely.
With my partner.
Lovely.
Lovely. With my partner.
Lovely.
Alright, thank you very much, Mr. Sider. Thank you. Then bye. Okay, so he asked questions. This is live. Now this gentleman, he was been he was been deceived in Kampala. He lost his $41,000. Yeah. And now I met him in Dubai. And I told him do not travel to Kampala because Kampala's gold coming from United Congo. Congo is United Nation embargo. So he didn't listen to me. So he lost his $41,000. But he is a friend of mine. And he come to my hotel and Holiday Inn when I was in Dubai. And I have a good lunch with him. And he was the one telling me that Dubai is notorious. Why notorious? Most of the smuggler, they use Dubai. Dubai is a nice country. But Dubai is very, very strict. And he told me that there's so many foreigners using Dubai as a transit smuggler. Yes, it's true because when I was in Dubai 2020, before I returned to Australia, there was a gentleman from Pakistan, and he was waiting for his 50 kilos, the gold coming from Cameroon. And this Pakistan gentleman, he borrowed money in the bank, and he has an interpreter. So when he saw me, because when I travel, I always put that I'm traveling. So he went to come and see me at Holiday Inn. I have a lunch with him, and I listened to this Pakistan buyer a problem, and he sent 50,000 to Johnson Smith. I know Johnson Smith. He brought the gold to Ghana, smuggled, and he was dealing with Johnson Smith because I think Johnson Smith offered very cheap. That is very dangerous. So this buyer was really shaking. He was shaking because he lost $50,000, and the gold didn't arrive on 50 kilos. And I told him it wouldn't work. You wouldn't get the gold, and your 50,000 turned to water. So he has tears in his eyes, and I told him that well, I cannot help you. I'm not here to solve anybody's problem because you know me before, but you didn't deal with me because our price is premium, but you have to pay the price. He traveled to Dubai thinking the gold 50 kilos will arrive in Dubai. He returned to Pakistan empty-handed. There are so many buyers. Even this buyer of mine from Korea, I told John Lim, do not travel without me, because it doesn't matter if he is my seller. Mr. Buyer, if you're watching me, don't be tainted. Follow the golden rules, because I know when I was in Africa 2013, 14, 15, 16, 19, and 20, I studied the behavior. Yes, gold is a very lucrative business. Very. If you have the capital. If you don't have a capital, you're gonna fail. Now, there is a buyer from Dubai. He's traveling to Conakry. He said that his partner was chatting with me that his partner arriving in Conakry. I turned it down. I turned it down because Conakry has a tough policy. Very tough. When you come to the office, inspect your order, you have to pay in full. Yes? And this partner is not aware. And he was dealing with the seller. In Conakry, there's so many sellers. Because Conakry is the 4th largest gold producer in West Africa. There's so many offer. Yeah. But that seller will tarnish the country. You must remember, the president of Conakry was being arrested because of corruption. When I was in that country, every Tuesday, the president travel out of the country. bringing this precious mineral, sell it to their customer, and they don't even bring the money back into the country. This is what my driver was telling me. And there's so many cars escorted the gold. I said, my goodness. And when I was in Conakry, poor people are queuing one street. I said to my driver, can you open the can you fall over? I feel sorry for the beggars. I give them money. Oh, what is $150? Bigger money. I said, why your country is rich on natural resources. Madam, our president is corrupt. See, that is the reason why the president has been ousted. Now, this new administration, very, very strict. He confiscated all the ministers, gold and diamond, and sell it, bring the money back to Conakry. Yes, this is what I read on the news in Conakry. There's so many ministers, their gold and their passport has been confiscated because they are also doing illegally. Why? Their salary is not much. Their salary is too small. The country is rich on natural resources. They want to smuggle it. Don't, Mr. Buyer, if someone offer you, don't be involved on cheap price because you're gonna fail. 3 weeks ago, there was a European was been arrested in Mali and in Conakry. Did not pay the gold properly. Their gold is 2 tons and 1 tons in Mali and 2 tons in Conakry was been seized by the custom. Don't do that, Mr. Buyer. Don't. Follow the golden rules. I'm telling you, you will get what you're looking for. But if you cut corner, then you're waiting for disaster. Believe me. I have a bad experience when I was in Ghana. So that is the reason why I don't want to touch Ghana. Ghana is a nice country, but the people are devious. The sellers are devious. Even in Conakry, sellers are devious. It doesn't matter if he is my seller. It doesn't matter. If you want to buy gold, come with Wilhelmina. Pay whatever you can afford. I'm telling you, if you come with me, you will not encounter disaster. Look at this buyer of mine. He paid my extra service. He got the gold. Yeah. Because I'm very, very strict. I can find a backup if my seller changes his mind. Yes, and I also warn my seller that the buyer can change his mind. Mr. Buyer, this is what you're gonna buy gold in Africa. Okay? You place your order, Mr. Buyer. After you read this full corporate offer, read it properly, digest it, comprehend it. Don't trust, because you are buying $500,000 here. This is not an easy money that you earn. Yes, gold is lucrative business. You get the profit if you follow the golden rules of the country. When you place an order through with me, because I'm going to validate you and I'm going to guide you and I'm going to interview you, I'm gonna ask you, how are you able to pay? Then you're gonna say, well, Amina, I wanna buy gold CIF. Right and there you will be rejected. Right and there, because this is FOB. Now, if you're a real buyer, I can accompany you. Come with me, but I do charge my extra service. Yes, I do. Why should I spend my own money for you to gain profit, and then you are using me? It wouldn't work at all. I'm telling you very frankly. I'm in real estate, Mr. Buyer. I've been in marketing for 36 years, buying and selling exactly the same. I am your business facilitator at the same time, and I'm the seller's mandate. So my job has 2 positions. I am with you to assist you, and I am with the seller. Right? My extra service is peanuts for you. you are buying $500,000 here. You're gonna say, Wilhelmina, what is my profit? Well, that's a very good question. You buy gold, less 5%. Remember that gentleman that I've spoken? You buy gold in Dubai, lucky you can get 1.5 or 5%. Lbma, the world London market, Dubai sell to you maybe 4 or 5%. Cash. There's no upfront. You're gonna say, oh, I don't want to buy gold, no upfront. Well, you don't have the money then. You buy gold in Africa, I will give you 8 to 10% maximum. Yes? So your expenses towards me, because I'm going to charge extra service, the 10% is already covered. Which one you like, Mr. Buyer? I'll give you 5%. You don't need to pay my extra service. But if I am not around, don't ask Wilhelmina, because you're already on the ground. So I cannot assist you. I cannot find a backup if I'm not around. So if you don't want to pay my extra service, yeah, you can buy gold from us. 5, or I can give you 8%. You travel. Yeah. But if I travel, I'll give you 10%. So the extra service, it's already on your 10%. You got my logic here, Mr. Buyer? Now you keep your money, or you put your money in the bank. The interest rate is 3%. Right? Per annum. Let's say you invest 500,000, which is 10 kilos. 500,000 times 3%. Your interest of your money is 1,500. But the interest of your investment on gold every week, your profit, 10%, you resell it to 3% to your customer, or even 4%, you have 6%. It depends on the price on the world market. A week. So, 6% a week times 4, your profit is 24% in a month. Yeah? In a month. Because if you increase your order every week, you get the profit 6%. It's up to you. You can resell it, because the price based on the world market. You buy today, the price is down. When the price is up, you can resell it. You get the profit. Right? Your profit per kilo is $6,000 today, but you have not ordered. So how are you gonna get the profit? I'm just giving you an idea how much profit you will get. You add that times 12 months. My gosh, your profit is huge. So you're gonna say, how much is my profit? Well, I'm not here to teach you. Use your brain. You're a businessman. Yeah. Use your calculator. Yeah. You buy gold. You walk into the office of my seller. They will not give you 10%. They will give you 5%. Now, on this video, I will give you the price of 24 carats, 22 carats, 21 carats, 14 carats. I will put it here. It's up to you to digest it. I am not here to teach you. I'm just very kind and generous. That's all. So, you're gonna say, well, Amina, how much is the price? Well, you go on the world market, type gold price. You can see it. Yeah. I'm just giving you today's price, but I don't know in 1 hour or 2 hours, because the price of gold, it fluctuates. Now you're gonna say, well, Amina, what is the requirement? It's in front of you. Yeah. Read it. I give you the breakdown. The tax, the shipping cost, and insurance. Yes. If you read properly, and you come for conference, I am very helpful to you. My seller will listen to me. You must remember, I am a gatekeeper. Every time we have a conversation, I am going to request you to have a live video call. And our conversation, I will forward it to my head office to be my critics. Our conversation would be recorded between you and Wilhelmina. Then I will send it to my head office when you are qualified. Yes? And do not hide your picture. Open your camera because you are buying $500,000 here. Now I am traveling December, maybe first week of January. I am meeting a very big buyer from Abu Dhabi. And he has no question about my travel cost because he wanted to get the gold in Africa continuously and he needs my guidance. Well, you have to pay it. You know what he said to me? By all means, madam, money is nothing for me. I want the gold. We have plenty of money. That is the kind of buyer that we are going to deal with. Yes? And he is inviting us with my partner, with my husband. He's inviting us as a guest. And I'm even not excited because I'm also studying the behavior of this buyer. We have a live video call on bottom. Yeah, he's very rich. Very, very rich. But I told this buyer, relax. Don't rush. Don't rush. And I will help you. Tons of gold, there's no issue. So he is willing to meet me. That is the kind of buyer. Now when I travel, I don't want to mix with other buyers. So Mr. Buyer, if you want me to be with you, book your trip so that I could budget my schedule one at a time. I am traveling to Mali. I am also traveling to Conakry and Sierra Leone. Now in Conakry, I have 3 sellers and I fired already mineral consulting group of company. AURUM is no longer. So those buyer, existing customer of Al-Haji, I'm sorry guys, Al-Haji is out of my picture. He deceived me. He deceived the buyer. I refrain using this scam. He deceived. He is not like that. I have a transaction successful with him. But 2020, 2021, he deceived the buyer and he deceived me. I fired him. Yeah, I fired Al-Haji Tankora. I don't care. Guys, I am not hungry really. I live in Australia. I live comfortable. I don't need it. I just want to help you. Of course, I want to earn a living. This is my business. Of course. I am not giving here for free. So if you're watching me and if you're reading me the full corporate offer, you're a winner. But when I travel with you, no, there is no free. I am giving you free already. You are lucky. But if you don't read, you're a loser. People doesn't like Wilhelmina. Yes? So many. They don't like me. Well, too bad if you don't like me. Too bad. Because I am not here to be with you. I am not here to make friends. I am here to sell in a proper way. If you are crooked, I'm sorry, I am not crooked. I'm not. I was being scammed in Ghana, you must remember. And I have to move on. In this world, there are 2 kinds of people, good and bad. Wilhelmina is on the middle. I can be good and I can be bad. I'm bad because I fired mineral consulting group of company. I'm bad because I fired the sellers in Ghana, Ancient Mining Company, Akubia, and the rest of the seller. I don't want to touch Ghana because I have a bad experience. Yeah, I love to bring you to Mali, the 3rd largest gold producer in West Africa. Go on my page about Mali. Watch that video. Go on the page on Conakry and Sierra Leone. Read it. So you're gonna say, Wilhelmina, I wanna buy diamond. We have diamond in Mali, we have diamond in Conakry and Sierra Leone. Look at on the page, select the video on diamond. In diamond, you need to have a capital at least $100,000. At least. I had a buyer that I brought to Conakry. He has only 10,000 euro, but he was happy because his 10,000 euro was being returned back to him. Yes, and he likes the stone, but Mineral Consulting was saying, yeah, I can give you the stone, but the guarantor is Wilhelmina. No, I'm not going to guarantee you. They will take my passport and my ticket. No, no one can touch my property. No. When you travel, you have to have a capital, because I am charging you to accompany you. That is why when you come to conference, I'm going to ask you, be honest to yourself, how much money in your bank account available? You're gonna say, oh, I have $50,000. Keep it. Yeah, one gentleman said, Madam, I want to buy gold. I have $50,000. I said, keep it. Don't be involved. And he said, why? Your 50,000 is nothing. We don't sell 1 kilo. Keep it. He was happy because he was being offered in Kimpala. He was being offered $25,000. I said, no, there's no $25,000. That seller offer you, he's a cheater. And I told this gentleman, he's from UK, and I told him, keep it. Your 50,000 is your hard-earned money. Yeah? He was being happy. He was being thankful that I said, don't it. Then another buyer, he's from India, but he has a shop in Dubai. And he was supposed to travel to Conakry. He said, Madam, I was searching gold and I saw you on your YouTube channel and I'm confused. I said, why you're confused? I was offered 48,000 pay taxes. I said, don't. Why are you gonna pay taxes? On 20 kilos, okay, 48,000. He was been offered 48,000 times 20 kilos. That is $960,000. And the seller was saying to him, you pay taxes on 20 kilos. And he was excited. When he was talking to me, I told him, don't do that. Because there is a valued added tax on every bar. And the valued added tax based on the world market price. So today the price of gold is 57. The value on every bar is $4,000 per kilo. And I told him 20 kilos, 20 kilos times 4,000. That is 80,000 tax. So when I added, I told him, okay, I'll give you an example. $48,000 you have been offered plus 4,000 tax. That is $52,000 because the tax is included. Exactly the same as our price. Yes, there's no surprises. But that seller, he was trying to intrigue the buyer. What happened? The buyer canceled. Yes, and he was afraid. And I told him, come with me, don't be afraid. Yeah, I can give you $51,000, tax included. But you have to pay the shipping cost. You have to pay the insurance. Because when you use the MS Brinks, the Brinks will charge you their shipping cost, their services. And you have to insure the gold. And he said, how much is the insurance? Well, you have to call them. Because that is not my job. So now, I hope you understand, Mr. Baya. I already explained it to you. There is MS Brinks. My seller shipped the gold to Dubai. He used Air Cargo Emirates. So you can choose But that's not my job. I'm just only mentioning you because this buyer from Dubai was discussing with me. I said, yeah, you can use MS, but you have to pay for them. You have to apply for their account. There is no free in this world. I told this buyer. It's just a small buyer. So he canceled the contract because he's afraid. I said, yes, you're gonna be. Yeah, you're gonna be. That is why I said to every buyer, do not travel without Wilhelmina. If you cannot afford my extra service, please don't bother, because I can guarantee you, you will fail. Yes. My buyer from Malaysia, he paid my extra service. My buyer from United States, he paid my extra service. He got the gold. Yeah. Now I'm traveling to Mali. I'm traveling to Conakry and Sierra Leone, one at a time. So please, if you want to buy gold in Mali, book your reservation. Don't worry, don't be scared. There is no upfront. You have to pay for it. You're going to say, I don't want to pay upfront. There is no upfront. You have not seen the gold. Why are you going to pay upfront? We have not seen the gold. The payment must be bank to bank because of money laundering and gold laundering. Yes, in Mali, you're going to assay the gold at DNGM. Now, there was a buyer that I have that I canceled the contract in Mali. And this buyer is he has a blood of American African. He signed a contract that he wanted 2 tons of gold. And we agreed to use KMR. Yeah. And he convinced me that he has a big organization. He wanted to buy 2 tons. And it took us 90 days back and forth. And because he couldn't show us the release of fund, right? Just a moment. The release of fund, because we need to know if he has available fund. Not knowing, he used our contract to borrow money in the bank. So this buyer, American African, is a bluffer. And I'm very, very inquisitive. And I advise my seller in Mali that this seller, or this buyer, is very strange and very bluffer. He talked too much, blah, blah, blah. And I told this buyer, I don't believe in blah, blah, blah. You've been talking to us for 90 days, and you keep on extending on 2 tons of gold. That is very, very expensive item, and not knowing the bank did not release the money. We showed him the SKR, the contract, everything, the mining license, and etc., because he needed to borrow money in the bank. My goodness. And I told this buyer, I challenged the buyer. Now, you sign a contract. We need you to make a reservation, a holding deposit of $40,000 out of 2 tons. He couldn't afford it. So what I suggested to my head office, cancel the contract. Yes. Now, Mr. Buyer, don't be smart, because I am smarter than you. Believe me. I study your business behavior. Yes. So, the buyer failed to get the 2 tons. I said to my seller, don't worry about it. Let them be hungry. Gold will not fade. Next. Yeah. And I told my seller in Mali, don't show to the world that you're hungry. The buyer is hungry to get this precious mineral because you have that item. Their business would not function if there is no supply. There is a saying, supply and demand determine the price. So the buyer failed. You know what, my seller in Mali? Thank God, madam. You advise us. We lose gold as well before. There's so many American come to our country pretending to be a buyer. And I told my financial controller, don't believe in it. Yes. And I told my head office in Mali, don't worry. Let them be hungry. Because gold is commodity. Why Australian mining company is in Mali? Why Canadian is there? Why Chinese are in Conakry Guinea? The hotel I stayed, owned by Chinese. They go to Segere. Segere and Mali is a boundary. They go to Segere, they mine illegally as well. Corruption in mining. And I shake my head, my goodness. Guys, so how are you gonna do this? You know what my seller said? That's why we hired you, Wilhelmina. Because we've been also deceived by foreigner, and we also deceived the buyer, vice versa. I said, my gosh, don't do that. Don't do that to anyone. I said to my seller. So I think I already explained it to you, Mr. Buyer. Whoever you are, there is a one reaction. Well, let it be. People doesn't like Wilhelmina, please. I don't want to please you. You please us because we have the gold. If you cannot afford to please us, well, better say good luck and next. I would be pleased if you can show us that you're a buyer. Yes. Another buyer says that bring the gold to Dubai and bring the certificate. The certificate of clearance would not be issued unless you pay the gold, as I mentioned that already during my conversation in front of you. The certificate of clearance and ownership cannot be given to you unless you pay for it. This is not for credit, right? This is not CIF, LC, Standard Letter of Credit, escrow, MTC B99. You are dreaming. You are going to borrow money, okay? Because you don't have cash. You have an asset, but you don't have a solid. You have a solid, but you don't have a liquid asset. Liquid asset is paper money. Gold is solid asset. You're buying an asset to make money. You got my point now, Mr. Buyer? I think I have to leave you because someone on my WhatsApp, there were 10 of them waiting for me. Just a moment, I'm gonna have a look. Okay. Yeah. Someone is on the air in Conakry. Yeah. I'm sorry, I cannot help them. Emergency, they need my help. No, I cannot. I only entertain when the buyer and the seller sign a contract. I will only entertain the buyer when you send a letter of intent to purchase coming from the buyer. Attention to Wilhelmina. I am the extension of the seller. At the same time, I am your business facilitator. I am not here to babysit you guys. You just read the full corporate offer and listen to this video. Do not come for conference unless you are a buyer. You are just wasting my time. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening, and I shall see you on Skype or WhatsApp. You can call Wilhelmina. I open my virtual online store from 10 o'clock in the morning Australian Standard Time to midnight. The time here in Australia right now, it's 8:15 in the evening. Okay? There's still plenty time to come on conference with Wilhelmina. When you come on Skype, please introduce yourself properly. Do not say hi, hello. Do not. I easily irritate when you say hello. You know me. You already met Wilhelmina. You already saw my video. My name is Wilhelmina Ford. Do not say hello. Hi Wilhelmina, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I saw your video on YouTube channel and I watch you on Facebook. I am Mr. So-and-so. I want to buy gold from you. That's good. That is the way you introduce yourself. Not say hi. Immediately I'm going to remove you from my Skype and from my WhatsApp. Because I have cleaned my WhatsApp and Skype people say hello, they are all joker broker. Yes? A minute you're gonna say hello and hi, to me you are not a professional. Because to me, when I inquire, I always ask, hi, good afternoon, this is Wilhelmina, this is long distance call from Australia. When I called MS Brinks, because I have the buyer inquiring, I have to make sure I know what their policy. I called him, hi Mr. So-and-so, David, this is Wilhelmina. This is long distance call from Australia. I know you have an office in Conakry. How far is your office from the central bank? 70 meters. How far from the Kalum Hotel? Very clear. The same street. I introduce myself. And you guys, if you don't introduce yourself, my goodness, you're gonna be embarrassed because I'm very strict and I'm very brutal. When I call the KMR, I also introduce myself. What is the requirement? You have to register. You have to apply an account to use their services. Yes, but we don't use KMR. My seller in Mali use only DNJM, but I will pressure my seller to use KMR, but you have to pay cash. Assay the gold at DNGM will deliver to KMR, but you have to pay the gold. Before we're gonna hand over to KMR, this is my seller's instruction. But you come with Wilhelmina. I'm sure I can soften my seller. I'm sure. You know, when the woman talk to a man seldom refuse to a woman. Yes? Because I am a negotiator on your behalf, Mr. Buyer. I am not just an ordinary person. You're gonna say, I don't like that woman in Australia. Well, too bad. Too bad at all. You need to be tough to be loved in this business. This is not for you if you're just brokering, thinking you're gonna earn money. How much is my commission? Sign in, CNDE. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Why I'm gonna send you in CNDE? I'm here. This is my online store. If you really have the buyer, yes, I am going to pay you spot fee. Let me handle it. Because you have no idea. Why should I give you my secret? This is my business. This is my office. The seller hired Wilhelmina. Okay? And you are using my services at the same time. Thank you very much, Mr. Buyer. Mr. Seller, whoever you are, if you're watching my video, do your job properly. Do not muck around with the international buyer as well. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening.